Hi, everybody. Welcome to the SLU College Counseling YouTube channel again. And today we have with us Haley Choate from Lindenwood University. So exciting because I just found out that it is her alma mater as well. So not only are we talking to an admission counselor, but someone who has totally gone through the entire 4-year process. So I guess I'm going to veer off the questions a little bit. Did you go to high school here in St. Louis, Haley?
Yes, that's the St. Louis question, right?
It
I
is.
didn't. I went to Sullivan High School, so it's about an hour and a half away.
Yeah,
So,
exactly
in the
where that
area,
is.
but not in St. Louis. Yeah.
Yeah, I frequently drive down 44, so I exactly know where that is. It's almost an hour to the minute from the 270 interchange.
Right on the highway. If you blink, you'll miss it. Yeah, it's going out there.
How did you find your way to Lindenwood?
So I came on a tour. Honestly, I came because we got off school for the day to go tour, and I was always about that. So I came, had no idea how gorgeous it was. I was actually committed to go to another school, toured Lindenwood, found out how much I loved it, and once I stepped foot on campus, it was just like, it was amazing. I loved the campus. They had the fashion design program. They had everything I wanted. So it really was just a perfect fit for me.
Oh, that's fantastic. So what is the total size of the student body right now?
So right now we're at a little over 4,000. So about 4,100 is where we sit right now.
Oh, that's such a perfect size,
Mhm.
honestly. And I
Yes.
tell everybody when they're looking at Lindenwood, I'm like, just pretend the Missouri River is a state line. Then you're
Yeah,
going out of state. It's all
you are.
good.
I tell everyone, I'm like going across that, the bridge, it feels like you're entering a new, country. So I mean, it,
It
it
really
feels so much
does.
further than it really is. Yeah.
And when you get on campus, it's totally gas worthy,
Mhm.
right? Yes.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
So it's very, what do I want to say? Now, these are kind of like my conceptions from having been on campus quite a few times. But to me, it seems like Lindenwood is just expanding into the area around it and is just constantly on that growth pattern.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yes. Oh my goodness. And one of our counselors always says, don't go to school that doesn't have construction, even though it's not the best sound to your ears. I mean, we are constantly growing. Since I've been at school here, well, I now graduated, but when I was at school, we built 2 new buildings. We built our brand new library. It was gorgeous. We also have some fun plans coming along. I can't share, but some new housing we're going to be growing. So always, fun additions. So what you see Linwood as now, it's already beautiful, but it's only going to get better.
Wow. What would you say are the hallmark majors, like the most popular ones? And if there are any different ones that are strong, that are kind of maybe hidden secret majors at Lindenwood?
Yeah, totally. So I actually came up with 3 that I thought were really fun, new, kind of, trendy, I would say, that students are looking into now. So we do have a long, long list, 90 plus, undergraduate majors that I could go through. But the 3 that I found the most unique were our game design. So we just released this program. This is for those gamers out there that have a passion for it. Some people think it's just a fun hobby, but really it can become a career. Fashion business. So that's what drew me to Lindenwood was the fashion business program. So maybe you have interest in fashion, but you don't want to design the clothes, but you want to be on the merchandise side, the buying side. Phenomenal program for those students. And also you have cybersecurity. So this is kind of a spin-off of computer sciences, but more so the cybersecurity side of it. So, amazing job opportunities. It's for those students who really just have that computer knack that some don't. So, those are 3 super unique degree majors that a lot of schools don't have. Now, our business school pulls a lot of students. We have a phenomenal theater program. Our science hall is phenomenal. So, I
Mm.
could talk about those all day, but those are just 3 that I think stand out.
Oh, that's awesome. One thing that I find kind of unique about Lindenwood, and maybe you can elaborate on it a little bit, I feel like your faculty have a lot of real world experience. Do
Yes,
you have any
absolutely.
particular examples about that you can talk about?
Yeah, so most of our faculty actually are adjuncts. That means they're either part time or retired from their field. So they're not just kids fresh out of college just teaching, which is great because they have amazing connections that you don't have as a fresh college graduate. And they have real world experience. You can read the textbooks all day, but until you have someone who can tell you a story of what it was like. A lot of my supply chain teachers are in the supply chain industry. So we learn about it, but we actually get to see those real world, events take place. One example is I was a fashion major, and my professor had just came over from France. She just moved to the States, and she obtained just an inquiry from St. Louis about a fashion internship. She was the one who announced it to the class and said, "Here's a fashion internship." It's actually how I got my first internship at college. So just having her connections in St. Louis, I already kind of built that, networking line. So wouldn't have had that if she wouldn't have had that, previous relationship.
That is huge. That's really important. The experience in the field and the connections in the field. I think both of those things. And I actually think that if you have adjunct professors like that who have that wealth of experience, they're almost more invested in the undergraduate student and not so worried about publish or perish. I've got to go out and write all these scholarly articles and do all this research. They're really invested in the undergrads, it seems to me. Yeah.
For the most part, it's like their second job, and they don't have to do that. They do it because they love it, and I think that's what really makes the difference in the professors. And we have smaller class sizes, so you have those amazing professors, but you also are in classes of less than 35 people with them. So that makes the connections even stronger because they know who you are. They you build a stronger connection having less students in class.
Okay. What would you say are the biggest classes at Lindenwood?
Class sizes.
Yeah, I would say class size. Yes. Are there any that are just like humongous?
Yeah, we didn't have any
Lectures.
lecture halls, which was phenomenal. That was a big decision factor for me. I knew lecture halls, I couldn't do it, like you see in movies. So lecture halls, we don't have any. We cap all of our classes at 35. So you'll never have a class of more
Wow.
than 35 kids. I had an accounting class with 9 students in it one time. So as you move up to your junior, senior year, those classes are going to get smaller.
Wow.
So freshman year, by default, those general eds are going to have bigger class populations. But as you move into those core classes, they get smaller and smaller. You kind of build that close knit group of people in your program. It
Yeah.
makes for fun classes.
I think something that's going to really appeal to our SLU guys is your sports program.
Oh, yeah.
I know you're Division II and are strong in many, many sports and even recruit internationally for some.
Yes.
And there's also something very unique called the life sports.
Mhm.
So can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we have 2 different sectors of sports. We're an NCAA Division II school, so that's definitely the highest competition of sports on campus. Then we have student life sports. So this, on campus, it's funny. You don't even notice which sports are which because sometimes the SLS sports or student life sports tend to be the bigger, more popular ones, even though they're not NCAA. So we have men's ice hockey. My fiance was on the men's ice hockey team, so national champions. Just built a beautiful new rink that the Blues practice at. We have a long list. We have over 70 plus sports programs, so I
Oh,
can't even list all of them.
it's incredible.
But that just shows you either can, be recruited in NCAA or you can do the SLS. And then we also have intramurals. So if you're ready to compete or if you're not so ready, it's on there.
Wow. I know
Yeah.
they have inline or roller hockey
Mhm.
because that's something that we at SLU have as well.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of weird for a high school to have that, but we do. And when I was at a different high school at Westminster Christian Academy, I had a young man get a shooting scholarship at Lindenwood.
Yes. Oh
So
man, our shooting team is phenomenal. Our roller team pulls people from all over the country, and most of them either have SLS and they have a D2 or a D1 team. I know it sounds confusing. I won't get in the weeds, but what it's saying is there's multiple teams throughout the program. So if you're interested in it, start talking with coaches so you can get on that recruiting process.
we've got a hockey player, Luke Gassett.
Oh
Who
yeah, one of my good friends.
you know,
Yes,
Luke, oh my gosh,
I
he was
know
one of
Paul, his
mine.
dad. Yeah, all of them so well. Yes.
He was in my first class at SLU. What a great guy.
Oh,
And he has a couple sisters. I think maybe we went to Coryesu. I'm not for
yeah.
sure.
I think it's
Um,
Luna, and
yeah,
yeah, she's down
yes.
in Texas, I think. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, big drama, musical
Mhm.
theater person.
Peter,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely. Man, I forget he went to SLU High. That's
He
awesome.
did.
Yeah.
We have a baseball player, I believe, who graduated last year, and I don't know his name because he wasn't in my little cohort, my little quarter of the class, because there's 4 of us college counselors. Then we had John Stewart, who's playing rugby, and I believe, do you have DJ Sandstone up there, maybe?
You
He's
know,
playing
big
rugby as
school. Oh, is
well.
it rugby? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just know Luke
So,
Gaffett from my fiance being on the hockey
aw,
team. Yeah, they're a
oh,
teammate.
that's so cool. Well, what are some of Lindenwood's fun traditions?
Yes, this is fun. So we have, goodness, we have so many. I'll probably talk on like the top three. So we have Dark Carnival. This would have just ended, but we didn't have it this year due to COVID. This is
Oh,
honestly the best event on campus. It happens the week before Halloween. It just really is open to the community. It's a good way for kids to come out, get some candy, but also we turn one of the dorm halls into a haunted house. We have restaurants around the area come and just open up booths and give out free food. It's really fun, cotton candy, everything you think of. So just think of like a Halloween
oh,
carnival.
that's so fun.
It's fun. And then we have Winterfest, which this is obviously just in the winter, whenever usually hopefully it's snowing. We light tea candles, have like s'mores, hot chocolate, and then we line campus up with tea candles. And
Yeah.
at night it's beautiful. There's candles lighting every walkway. So it's just a beautiful tradition that we have. And then homecoming week is probably our biggest week. This is the fun events. The fraternities are having, different events. We have our lip sync battle, many different, competitions to celebrate the homecoming week.
Oh, wow. And that's for football, correct?
Yep, that's for the football homecoming.
Does the name Darian Mullins ring a bell
You
to
know,
you?
that does.
Like he is a SLU grad as well. I think he went to Lindenwood to play football. How many sports can SLU guys be represented?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, wow, that
Yeah.
sounds very familiar.
He is a great kid. Oh my
Oh,
God.
that's awesome. Love to hear
Oh,
that.
well, it sounds like you have something for every season. That's so
Yeah,
fun. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I hope more of our guys will cross that border, that Missouri River. It's only about 20 for 25 minutes over to Lindenwood, and it really is a whole new world. It's a beautiful place. So
gorgeous out here.
thanks for your time, Haley.
Well, thank you so much.
Right.